Uh, the
Oh, we're live
representation
now.
precedes them. Oh well,
Yeah,
sorry.
don't be fooled. Like it's almost like an AK in my experience, where either you buy it or you invest, say, upwards of $1,000 in the tooling and fixturing, not the machines, just tooling and fixturing, just to even like try and make a good one.
I don't know about that, but yeah, it's expensive to build one.
And the parts kits are expensive too, or buying the parts individually.
Yeah, so like I said, it's that's a firearm that's easier to buy complete than it is to build one. For the most part, if you go through a reputable source, then you won't have to worry about reliability issues.
Yeah, but the thing is, there aren't that many reputable sources, right? So,
Okay, I can think of like at least a half dozen in the United States alone, and that's just like off the top of my head. If I really delved into it, I could find even more. But can't come on, Canada's got to have
we
quite a
have
few.
we have one which is like a used firearms board where people post their classifieds, right?
See, that's not a reputable source. I'm talking about a
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
manufacturer
That's the only
or a
place I could find
dealer.
so far. And they haven't imported these guns for years.
Don't you
Well,
guys have like a NRA-esque program up there or some such? I
Yeah,
thought.
it's called the National Firearms Association. It's the NFA.
Okay, I know nothing about the Canadian gun laws really, even though I'm
dude,
right now on the border.
Bob has like chucked like at least three websites at us. They're like, oh, look at this, and so there's got to be websites up there that.
Yeah, he directed me to one website that I've been on before, but the thing is, I don't know if they're going to be importing them in the next 10 years, you know?
Start asking questions.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's why I'm asking you guys about this before I rush into, buying the receiver and the parts and shit.
Just buy a normal one.
Or build it over the course of 10 years. And you'll get it right.
Yeah, you raise a good point there.
There will be a lot of filing involved.
Yeah, in 10 years, you're gonna. I mean, you're gonna have a hard time finding parts. You know, the parts aren't gonna last forever that are out there.
We'll get the parts first, but just put it together really slowly. Take your time. I don't know. I don't have much advice on the subject.
What I could do is buy them from like civilian marksmanship program and then have them imported by some other people because there's a couple of companies that'll import guns through the states, but it's a pain in the ass for the paperwork.
I
But
don't know.
then
I don't know
again,
if CMP will sell to. I don't know if they sell to Canadians.
well, they'd be selling it to. So what happens is the idea is I pay the importer, right? And the importer buys it from CMP, and the importer is based in the U.S.
Well, CMP doesn't really sell to. They only sell to individuals. I'm sure you could turn around and sell it. I don't know, dude. Like, I'm just. I don't
Buy
know.
one. But well, actually, wait to get a CMP Garen, don't you have to be in the NRA like shooting sports or some such? I've never understood how that works.
There's a bunch of different. There's like a whole bunch. You could be. You could belong to a range, and the range is part of the CMP. You could be.
Okay.
You could be a part of GSSF or something. And that's
Or I
part
could
of
get them from
CMP.
basically any other place online and get them to import it.
And then you have to also show that you're in either in a shooting. You're in some kind of like you know how to use a firearm. Like you're not just some Yahoo. So you got to be like either shooting sport or there's a whole. There's like three things you have to prove: citizenship and legal age.
Okay, yeah. Well, in that case, I could probably get it off of Gunbroker or something and get them to import it to here.
That'd be easier. So, membership in a CMP affiliated organization, marksman or other firearm related activity, uh, be legally eligible, proof of U.S. citizenship, proof of U.S. age, or well, proof of age, not U.S. age. That's what you have to prove. So you basically have to wrap up your life story and send it to them in an envelope.
Yep.
Yeah, someone was talking about that yesterday. I forgot who it was.
That was me. I was getting annoyed because I was literally putting everything about me into an envelope. But somebody said, yeah, well, it's safer to be on the internet, and my, you know, I just wish they'd just send it to my FFL, and I could go through my FFL rather than having to put everything my FFL. Okay, let's put it this way: I have a copy of my passport, my driver's license, and my DD-214 from the Army is in this envelope. So it's like literally like this envelope is a
It's your life.
yeah, it's like a freaking wet dream for an identity thief.
Oh man. Let's hope you
But
don't lose it.
yeah, well, I'm also gonna, I'm not sending it regular mail. I'm gonna send it like with
Priority.
priority with every like insurance strapped to it.
Not just
Yeah,
gonna run it there old school.
here, I found an importer here. This might be good. It'd probably be a hell of a lot cheaper too than building it from the looks of the prices online.
Probably.
Yep. That's the way most guns are now. They're far cheaper to buy than build. At least most usable guns.
Yeah, most people build it out of a labor of love instead of just wanting to have it. Unless
Only
you live
people,
in a restricted area.
only people I know that build them are competition shooters because they're trying to get maximum accuracy out of it. So of course they're gonna build it out of from receiver up.
hmm Even then, when you're building it for accuracy, there's a lot that goes into it that you have to know. And that knowledge isn't quick to learn, and it's not easy to teach.
Okay, so apparently this place charges 200 guns are
You're breaking up.
grand 700.
You got to repeat all that.
Okay, well this place that imports guns does it for $200. So how much is a grand? $700, right?
Yeah, somewhere in that. Like I said, dude, I don't know. It's more than that if you're getting it from Gunbroker. Those are CMP prices, and I don't know if CMP will sell it to you or anybody unless it's like
I want to say they're around like 1K. That's what I've seen usually.
they're six. The cheapest one on CMP is 6. The next cheapest is 700.
hmm
That's CMP though, and CMP
Yeah,
isn't
that's what I mean.
CMP is like a whole different. Don't even count like CMP is its own thing. On the open market, like regular market, like 900, 1,000 is it's a normal price, at least from what I've seen on Gunbroker.
Yep, and those aren't even like those are kind of pretty well used Arsenal refurbished too. They're not like match grades.
They're all, well, I don't know, but can't say
At least
that.
everyone I've ever seen isn't.
Yeah, I think it'd
I've
probably
seen
just
plenty.
be easier
I've
to
seen
import.
plenty of nice rifles on Gunbroker for $1,000, like pretty nice. And you can find CMP rifles on Gunbroker. Just type in CMP, and it'll give you a whole bunch of them.
No, I'm not talking about like online. I'm in person. I'm talking.
Well, the only reason I brought up CMP was because one person directed me to it because of how many grands they have.
Yeah, but I can't tell you that they're gonna sell to a dealer that's gonna import it to you.
Yeah,
Or
exactly. That's why I'm saying I'm looking at other places.
Why don't you just become an American? I mean, everything's just so much easier then.
Well, I don't know. We can ship guns right to our door.
that's all you have over us.
We have Norenkos.
That's all you
See,
have.
We also
see,
still import SVT-40s and SKSs.
Oh, shut up. That's not fair.
CMP
Hey,
CMP is delivering my grand right to my door.
How much is a six-pack of beer?
oh yeah, and by the way, how long will it take for all of your information to go there and putting all of your stuff inside of a package. We just fill out a form online.
And where do you keep your carry gun?
Oh, you got a point there.
Look at all these 30-round magazines I have over here. That's kind of cool.
I can't hear you over all this freedom.
Where is your magazine in your pistol when you put it away in your safe?
We win. America.
America.
Well, the only reason I brought all that up was because you guys were saying like, oh, the only thing you have over us is that you can ship them right to your door.
CMP, the brand I'm buying is shipping right to me.
Yep, CMP is one of the last programs that can do that.
I don't shit on the Canadians or anything. I mean, I just bring it up when they're doing a little tit for tat. But one time I was in a conversation with Drew 4299 and Gun Geek, and this guy, joined in chat, and he keeps on bringing up, yeah, well, it's so much better being in America, blah blah. And all of it, he's ragging on Canadians and blah, and he was just being a jerk. And then Drew 4299 kind of lit him up, like, hey, don't think like we lost our rights overnight or something,
No.
They got slowly stripped away, and don't think it can't happen to you. It's just, and it's funny. It's like 2 weeks later. That's when like the shit at the fan, I think, with
Sandy Hook.
Yeah, and I was like, damn, man. And I was like, not calling him out. I was like telling him, like, man, well said, because and luckily nothing exactly came of it except for skyrocketing prices and ammo and availability of uppers or lower stars.
Common.
But yeah, I remember he kind of told me he put it into place, because there's a guy, he's being a jerk. I don't remember who it was that joined him, chastising like Canadians, for your lack of privileges, if you will.
I love my Canadian. I'm in Minnesota, dude. I'm the closest thing to Canada we got. I know how it is.
Well, I don't mean to always bring up Canada, but the thing is, like, I talk to you guys about guns, and you say, oh, why can't you do this? Why can't you do that? Well, I don't want to bring up. Yeah, I don't want to bring up Canada every time. It's just, this is my situation. That's why I'm interested in all of these little queries and shit.
Well, yeah. That's why, like, when I do the chats, like, when I do the Canadian chat, I always I'm not gonna the 10 obvious questions. Can you own a gun in Canada? Can you conceal carry? And these are ones that are, do your research, obviously, and those Canadian chat, you have to ask them the same question. It gets brought up every single time. Because I like talking to Bob and, and Gun Geek and 3 and 429, and these are really well-rounded individuals who have a vast knowledge of rifles and pistols and whatnot. And I don't want to sit there and have them like, hey, welcome to the Canadians in the chat. We're past.
No, that's just underhanded, being a prick. I can't stand that.
Anyways, here it seems that a parts kit, I can buy a receiver for $50 and a parts kit is $500. So, is it worth the $450 in my time that I'd be doing it? Is the question.
Well, where are you gonna get the barrel from?
A good barrel.
The parts kit comes with a barrel.
But what? Saying you get a barrel from per grand that doesn't mean anything. Like, it's what condition what is it in? Where was it made?
Yeah, I know, that's why I'm looking into it. I'm not sure, man.
There's
a lot that's factored into that, and it's not all online accessible.
These guns go through a lot. Honestly, like, there's so much that can be worn out, or the barrels can be like literally like bald. There can be like very little rifling left. It's you gotta. I'm just now like moving on to like semi-auto milsurp stuff, and there's so much to learn just about the Grand alone.
Oh yeah.
Not even covering like the FN49 or all these other guns I'm looking at. Like,
yep.
It's
my buddy actually had an FN49. If you ever get one, you do have to watch how you gas it, because he had it over gassed and he didn't even know it. So it was tearing the fucking head stamps off the case. Awesome.
Joseph, are you familiar with that channel, M-Star Canada?
M-Star, yeah. They have a business. I order a bunch of my ammo and stuff from them.
I like that guy, man. He does a lot of good reviews.
Yeah,
he doesn't do a whole lot of them, but when he does them, they're pretty good.
Yeah, well, he actually, their business is an hour away from me. I've met the guy that runs the channel at a gun show.
There's a few good books you can buy on the Grand that can teach you just about everything you need to know
Did he
about
sign
them. And,
Yeah, but from the sounds of things, I'll just buy one.
all right, well,
did he
All
sign
right.
your Joseph?
I'm just telling you, these books will tell you everything you need to know, so you don't end up getting ripped off or getting screwed over by.
Yeah, I'll probably still look into them. Do you have an example, or could you put it in the chat here?
Put a link in.
Yeah, thanks.
This book is it's expensive, but it's about the best book you can get, and it has everything in it. You can find it for cheaper elsewhere, but it usually runs about $75 for the book.
Okay, let's see if we have it on Amazon.ca.
You know, but I'm gonna offer you this dog as a token.
Ah, shit, they don't have it. Here, I'll just look it up and see if there's another one for sale around.
I'm sure. Canada's a big country. I'm sure you got more than one book.
You know, Joseph, I'm gonna offer you this dog as a token of an olive branch from the United States to you, in particular Texas. You can have him for free.
Sorry, what?
I'm gonna send you this dog.
He's trying to get rid of his dog.
I'm gonna send you this dog for free. Olive
I
branch.
like dogs.
Well,
I like dogs.
I'm pretty sure he likes anything that he could chew on. He likes that too.
What kind of dog is that?
He's a Dalmatian mix with a Labrador.
Yeah.
He's perfect.
Should
Can
give
he
him
swim?
Should
His
give
name
him one of
is
those.
Can he swim, though?
Yeah. Remember? No.
Give him
Gotta
one of
ask
those
the
rock.
important questions, boys.
He escaped Mexico. Born in Mexico. Everybody?
Give him one of those Rock River arms to chew on. That'll make him happy.
Uh,
Here, I'll be right back, guys.
I think Bob's a little upset. He needs to get a replace.
Bob's probably. Where's Bob? Probably dead.
He's in the chat.
Probably
In the chat window.
probably overdose on Molson's.
So he's scared. He's scared to come in.
He's a Labatt Light guy.
He fell and broke his hip playing hockey.
He was coaching.
He got ran over by a Mountie crossing the street.
Ah. Actually, have you guys ever seen a Mountie? A legit Mountie?
Nope.
On TV.
In person. Those guys are badass. I thought, I thought dudes that were ex-Marines are badass. I meant Mounties. I was just like, oh, damn.
I guess. Oh, there he comes. You see, he said his name 3 times.
And he
Edge.
appeared.
Appeared.
Shut the fuck up.
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
Not very polite of you, Bob.
You're right.
Bobble juice.
Not very Christian of you, Bob.
So how's it hanging, Bob?
Oh, well, I'm about down to my knee.
Every time he sits in the toilet, he dips in the water.
Bob, he's not talking about your testicles, all right?
Oh, and that's the worst part about using them urinals. I got to use those ones for kids because otherwise it hangs in the water and it's cold.
No, you don't use the one for kids for that reason.
Yeah.
Bob doesn't wear shorts because he just walks around. People kind of freak out.
Here, Chris, does this book look
Yeah,
good?
it didn't work, did it?
It's by the same guy.
What? Your Fiesta dog? Isn't that what they do in Mexico? They eat those things?
You can have him. I'm telling you, something for something with a big pole wrapped around his head.
Sorry, guys, it's getting feedback there. I forgot to turn the other chat off. So, what's this other Canadian? Who is he? Where is he? Trying to replace me? That son of a bitch.
Ottawa. And
On the blows.
I'll only shitting you, but I don't care.
Oh, it's all good, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I mean, it's good to have another Canadian in the chat because then, when I'm trying to explain the gun laws, somebody who's actually read them can
Oh,
actually
name it.
tell people what they mean.
Help this guy find a grand. He's looking for an M1 Grand.
Yeah, no shit. So am I.
But you
Can't you just get a Norinco brand grain?
No,
Yeah.
it's
I
an
bought a-
M14, and I own one.
They're
There
a
you
good
go.
rifle.
What about all those Korean War Grands that were supposed to be coming in? That
Bob will show you one of
Yeah,
his.
I heard that and heard that, but I've never seen them. I actually think it was just like, the guys at gun shows going, I wish.
Get yourself
I think Hillary Clinton bought them all, and she's
Yeah.
holding on to them.
Sorry, who's talking to me here?
I was gonna say it's me, Edge. Bob will show you one of his nylons.
No, I'm
Oh,
not
I'm
going to
good.
sell any of my fucking M14. Screw that, man. That's my designated marksmanship rifle.
I already have an M14.
Yeah, so you don't need one, right?
Yeah.
I would love to get a grand.
Same.
You ever seen Bob shoot? He needs like a sixer to get the shakes off.
Oh, fuck you, dude. I can fucking, at 20 yards, I can put all of them in the head.
20
All 10 of them.
yards.
That's pretty damn long
Jesus Christ,
range.
at
dude.
20 yards, I can
Yeah, you can
throw
put
the
all
rifle
5 of them.
at the target, hit in the head. Jesus Christ.
Hey, at 20 yards, you can put a whole magazine in the head, all
not
5
20 yards.
rounds.
I didn't mean 20 yards. 20 feet. Sorry, 20 feet.
Wow, 20
Oh,
feet I
20.
can reach out.
Well, I was imagining the gun range, and they got the stripes for every 5 feet, and I was thinking it was like 5 yards. I'm bouncing in between outdoor and indoor ranges, so it fucks your head up.
Hey, guys, don't make fun of Bob. He can put a whole magazine in the head at 20 feet. All 5 rounds, guys. All 5 rounds.
No, 10 rounds.
All due to mess you
Well,
up.
10 rounds in a pistol.
Well, we won't get into that horsecockery.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Nice.
Yada, yada, yada.
Hey, you know,
Jeez,
two Canucks,
they fucking got the peanut gallery out tonight, didn't they?
two Canucks in one chat equals the A team. You know that, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Fucking strange brew, too.
The C team.
I see stupid people.
Who's looking at me? Eh?
Oh, I had a good day, man. I had a 3-hour nap this afternoon. It was great.
Or narcolepsy.
It's really nice being ritired. It really is. The problem is I have
Really
to
nice
die
being
in the
retarded?
next 2
What?
years. Or whatever the money.
Well, I would assume it is.
That's not very nice. That's just,
It's a lot of
I should have
handicap.
downloaded the pictures for my new trailer. Fuck, it is sweet, man. The Dutchman. 28-foot Dutchman fifth wheel. Good deal on it, and I'm laughing.
Oh, I saw what you posted in the chat, Edge.
sorry about that, but
That is going to be a hoot. I'll be down there in Edge's driveway. I'm going to pull up on Chris's driveway just to get some bullet holes from Chris in it.
you better hope Chris has that limb saver on that Mosin so he can't hit you with the shit.
Well, no, if he fires the Mosin without limb saver, it's going to cripple him.
Oh, and by the way, Edge, it's spelt like this.
Yeah.
So,
There's your Canadian book.
oh, thanks.
I'm sure there's more. There's probably ones at
Yeah.
better prices.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've
check
been
out.
looking around. There's a couple
check
over by this guy.
Well, yeah, he's a freaking author. He's got lots of books, but you want that particular book, not the other one. Is like covering a bunch of it covers a lot. It covers 2 firearms in one book. This other book is like the complete. It's like everything you'd ever need to know. That you'd have to buy 6 or 7 books to get all the information in that one book.
Okay,
I
I've
can
been
actually
reading my book,
vouch for that book too. My instructor, when I went to gunsmithing school, he had that exact book, and he still uses it to this day. It is
Yep.
worth the money.
There's a one he did on the 03 Springfield. That's good if you're into 03 Springfield.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. Check out McNally Robinson Booksellers. They're online, and they have some books that nobody else seems to have.
Those books, Bob.
Well, it's a small mom and pop bookstore, but they got about 4 big ones that are kind of like going to a big books. Well, they have like 2-story bookstores and stuff. So they're big, but they're still owned by just two people, kind of thing.
There's only so many books in Canada because there's only so many literate Canadians.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, only about 35 million of us.
But there is actually sometimes when a city like Laredo, we used to have Walden Books in the mall, like in several bookstores. That was the last bookstore to have was like Walden Books, and they folded their shop, and it was like a disgrace to the city. Like you don't have a bookstore
At
No
all?
shit, eh?
in the city anymore outside of like the public library.
Yeah, that's like a city that doesn't have a library.
They have a library, but they didn't have a bookstore anymore, and that was the last bookstore they had. And they folded shops like fuck this, somebody buys books.
Well, and that's what Amazon did, right? They kind of killed all the mom and pop bookstores that used to be around.
Not where I live.
No?
No, we have the biggest bookstore, one of the biggest bookstores in the United States. It's still privately owned.
Really? What's it called?
I'll show you a picture of it so you can.
Aren't you out in Oregon, though? Or is it Washington?
Oregon.
Okay, yeah. That's where all the hipsters live and go to coffee shops. And
Oh, yeah, there you
Weed.
go. You've
I
watched
heard-
Portland.
I heard-
You watched Portlandia. Where are you from?
Oh, no, I do not, but I know about it.
All right, where are you from? Because I could pull out some stereotype out of my ass about your state too. I'm
He's
sure.
from Minnesota.
Oh, Minnesota. Jesus Christ. Where do I begin?
Here's the beer,
Tell me what's up.
Chris.
You're almost as bad as me and Bob.
Yeah, you're getting aggressive, man. You got to mellow.
Sorry, we don't have legal pot here yet, Bob. Not the stuff you get medically.
No, well, we used to. Now we only get it from like designated places, designated growers, and some of them don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Bob speaks from experience.
Well, that's true. Well, no, I never grew it because I have a fucking brown thumb. Can't be bothered.
Anyways, do you see the link I posted in the chat there, Bob? The I Run Guns?
Okay.
That's the importer I was talking about. I was thinking about importing a Garand through them. It's like $200 to import.
Oh yeah, that's not bad. I mean, it depends what you pay for the ground, but what are you gonna get? Like, you get to look at it on look at pictures of the gun they're sending you, or they just send you a gun?
That's why you buy it through a reputable dealer, so you don't have
That's
to
what I was
worry about
thinking.
all this
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh, Powell's. I think I've heard of those. Yeah.
Are you in Western Canada, Bob? Or
Yeah.
you
Well, that's the
Central
business
Canada?
my ex-wife was in. Was bookstores, and before that, she was in publishing and shit. But
No, he's more in the center.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
pretty much. But I'm moving down to the edge. I'm only going to be like an hour and a half, 2 hours from the border. So hey.
Well, I'm only an
I'm
hour from the
coming.
border.
I looked it up once, and I saw where you compared to like where Gun Geek lives. I was like, God,
Mhm.
dang, that's a freaking long ass. It's like at least about 3 or 4 day drive.
Yep,
Uh,
3 or
same
4
as,
days.
uh,
drive to the East Coast.
3142.
That's you can do it in 3 if you take shifts and just never stop except for gas and like food. But yeah, it's and the roads get really bad when you get into Ontario and stuff because
No,
it's
Quebec.
city land.
I saw some pictures of Sean on Facebook of his driveway. Man, it's like 8 feet of snow high. And I was like, and he lives in P. Was it what do you call it? P.
Prince Edward Island.
Yeah. Prince Edward Island. Yeah.
And
My aunt and uncle live there.
I was like, damn, dude. I mean, I cannot believe you got that fucking 8 feet of snow.
Yeah. I know. Like, I mean, I thought it was bad. We got 4 feet last year, and I thought that was crazy. But yeah, fucking 8 feet of fucking snow. It's nuts.
All at once?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. I mean, it hit. They had 2 great big snowstorms hit one after the other, and that was only like last couple of weeks ago.
I
And
mean,
then they had
I
big
wouldn't
ones in the
work.
fall too.
I'm staying home today. I'm going to fucking dig that shit out.
Oh yeah, I mean that kind of stuff. It takes a whole day to dig it out, right?
If you're using a shovel.
No,
No,
even use
no,
the
you can
snowblower.
Snowblower, dude.
Yeah, it's
No.
like, I mean, literally, you've got to take like a cut with a snowblower and then back it off and take another cut because the snowdrifts are like twice as high as the snowblower. That's why we have big wings on ours, and they'll cut the snow as you run the blower into it, and then that snow will fall down, and then you blow that stuff out of the way, and then
No, I know what you're
And
saying.
it's a pain in the ass because you got to go feed the moose and the polar bears.
His car was completely engulfed, like all
The
the way.
nice thing is in the winter, I mean, the polar bears are all out in the sea ice, and and nobody sees them unless you're Hudson Bay kind of thing.
Or unless you're walking back from a bar and you're getting arrested.
Churchill, yeah, that was cool.
Can you imagine you dig out your fucking car and it's fucking frozen, so you let it thaw out, and then before maybe it will turn on. I don't know. And
Oh, if
yeah,
you've got it plugged in, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Actually, snow's a good insulator. If your car gets covered in snow and it's plugged in, it'll generally stay really warm and toasty. So
it's the ice that kills.
when you do dig it out, you can get it. It'll start fine. Just not going anywhere because the snow is as high as it.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the things you got to watch. If you get stranded in a snowstorm, you have to make sure if you've gone in the ditch or something and you're trying to keep warm in your car, you have to make sure the exhaust pipe's cleared.
No, we're serious though.
It's
that
funny
is actually
I
serious.
never thought I'd hear anyone else ever say that.
What?
See, he's basically Canadian, except he's able to carry a gun.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I know. It's like Montana's like that too, eh? It's like being in Canada, but
Minnesota.
Do you say don't you know?
Up here, dude, fuck no. Nothing about Minnesota is true that you'd ever believe.
When I was younger, I used to spend about lots of time in Rugby, North Dakota, or Minot, North Dakota, because it was where the rodeos were and the horses were, and the girls.
Well, that too, yeah.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. I like Rugby and Minot. I don't care what other people say.
The Dakotas are really cool now. They're they almost remind me of how Vegas was back in the 30s and 40s. Like it's getting a huge economic boom in both South and North.
How old are you? Like 106?
Yep.
I thought I heard Minnesota do the OGs and don't you know?
I don't think Vegas didn't exist, or Las Vegas didn't exist in the 30s.
Oh, they don't say OGs, don't you know?
Well, Las Vegas existed. It just was like dirt road town, wasn't it?
Gas station.
Yep.
Flamingo was the first hotel they put up on the strip.
Oh, son of a bitch! I'm at the
that?
50s and 60s.
Oh, 50s.
That's not going to sound right.
I think it was the 50s.
No, it's like late 40s. I think Bugsy Siegel.
Well, late 40s is early 50s, right?
It didn't become a town until like turn of the century. So it didn't even exist before like 1910 or something like that, if I remember.
Well, yeah, but still, lots of towns started that way.
And the first hotel didn't go up until like I want to say the 50s, or the first casino, I should say, not hotel.
First casino was the Flamingo. And it's still there. It's just that's off of Paradise Lane, I think.
Hey, Steele, do you have the GunChannels chat going right now? You should look you should look at one of the recent comments.
Oh, really?
Oh, man, I love it. I don't even know yet.
Yeah. Well, one guy said, you know what they say about Minnesota? What? Fuck Minnesota.
Dude, they're not kidding. Wisconsin's like the better half of us.
You had Jesse Ventura.
Yeah.
Well, now you're really starting to make me hate
I don't know
them.
why he gets so much crap.
Jesse Ventura, yeah, I don't understand that either. He doesn't seem like a bad guy. Apparently, he wasn't that bad for the state, I've heard.
No, the only thing he did that was goofy was the light rail, which isn't a bad thing. Yeah. Just the way they implemented it fucked up so much business in the busiest thoroughfare in both the Twin Cities. Yeah. And it just screwed a lot of people up. But it works.
I like the cold.
Why do you live in Texas then?
I like to watch it on TV.
I'll trade you.
I like to watch it on TV. That's what I meant to say.
Oh, okay.
Fair weather winter.
Yeah, I'm gonna see what cities start doing monorails pretty soon, and then we'll have these big monorail failures.
Dude, Bob, they have. Jesus Christ.
What, have you never watched The Simpsons, man? They showed it on there, and that's almost historical TV, man.
And you realize that Seattle removed the monorail that they had in there, that was put in there in like the '60s, because monorail is ridiculous, stupid.
Oh my God, was there a big crash? Did it come off the
I'll
track?
be right
And
back.
No, it just doesn't. It's not worth. It's too expensive.
If you got commuters, I mean, I haven't done the research yet, but like they're trying to do one from San Antonio to Austin, because a lot of people that commute to Austin, and it's an hour drive on good traffic. You know, it's 60 miles basically, and it's just the traffic sucks in fucking Austin. Coming in or coming out of it, I-35 corridor, and they're thinking about doing it. And I can see that because a lot of people that there's a lot like out east. There's a lot of places that do. I think it was Joe Biden that was saying that he commuted from where was this from Hackensack? No, he's from.
you have a town named Hackensack?
Apparently, they still have a monorail in Seattle.
No, they ripped it out.
Not Tepperlight says they still have it.
Scranton, Pennsylvania, I think, and he was taking the train to DC every day, to go do his job. And when I was in DC, I did like using the train system they have, Metro. That was pretty neat.
Yeah. And I
I guess I'm wrong. They didn't take it out. I thought they were going to take out the monorail. I don't know. When I lived up there, they were talking about removing it because it's just worthless. But it looks like it's still there.
these new maglev trains they're talking about going 600 miles an hour. That makes sense over a long distance. Would make great sense for Canada, especially through the prairies, right? Because it's all.
I'll always bring it back to Canada, Bob.
Oh, I know I have to because we're the important ones here.
I like how he
We are. Well, we're the
like how
majority.
he laughed at Hackensack, but like there are like towns in Canada that have names far worse than Hackensack.
What,
so-
like-
Hey, my aunt and uncle live in a place called Cardigan.
We have Mozart, we have Climax, and then right after that you have
Montreal.
no,
We got Moorhead.
no, we have yeah, we have some weird names.
In Wisconsin, they have Beaver, Wisconsin, and they have a
Yep.
liquor, Beaver Liquors.
I've been there actually. I shit you not.
Well, Schitt's Creek,
Hey, we have my aunt and uncle live in a town called Cardigan.
Cardigan.
The plague.
God, I swore they removed the monorail. That's crazy. I had no idea it still existed in Seattle.
You know what? I mean, in my world, we call that Alzheimer's. I don't know what they would call it in yours. Maybe.
No, it's
Goes
called
to show how much
Sometimers.
No,
It's called Sometimers. It
Dude,
comes and goes.
all you have to do is drive into Seattle once, and you'll know why you don't really want to go into Seattle.
Is it really that bad?
I've never
It is the worst city I've ever like. It's difficult to get around.
my
Is it all
brother.
fucking one ways?
My brother-in-law's from El Paso originally, and he's been there for the last 20 years. He loves that place. He's like, this is, but he does well for himself. So he's. But we're me and my wife want to go check it out. Fly over there Wednesdays. He told us Seattle's not a very child-oriented town, like as far as like or catered to like children and stuff. It's more of it's a running city. It's always fluid, and then at least the way it's described to me. I haven't been there for myself.
It sounds really messy if it's always fluid. Like, is that just all the young, hippie types?
It's always running. It's more. I don't know how to put it.
Well, actually, I don't mind seeing the young, 30-year-olds jogging down the street in their tight yoga pants and stuff. That's cool.
Yeah, but then you pull over, you start rubbing one out. We stared at them, and they hardly freak out.
I've been to Seattle once since I moved out of the area, and like I didn't even get near downtown Seattle because it's a freaking mass. Traffic there is like it's just insane.
Is it all like pedestrian right of way fucks everything up?
That's not even my favorite part about Seattle are the weird. They have like this weird system where like parts of the freeway, like through certain areas, open and close during peak hours. It's
What?
weird. Yeah, don't ask. I don't know. It's really strange. And there's a lot of hills and stuff. It's kind of a pain in the ass to drive around. And
Oh man, if you ever been to Duluth or God, holy shit, that whole town is on the steepest possible hill they could have done it. They're just like, oh, this looks good.
Complicated roads, guys, anywhere in Quebec. I shit you not, anywhere in Quebec you will get lost. Nowhere can compare.
And someone will run you over because, yeah, they just think that they have right of way if they're in the bigger vehicle.
Because, why the fuck not?
Well, they're crazy. Actually, most people in Quebec, I think clinically, if, somebody who spoke English talked to them and stuff, would be found to be clinically insane.
Dr. Bob.
Well, you know what? I've talked to them. They're worse than people from England.
Whoa.
Well, people from England are pretty strange.
Listen, in Quebec, you have no idea until you've actually been.
Strange
been
is
to
a
Quebec.
subjective term.
I've been in Hull.
Oh God! Don't get me started on Hull, for fuck's sake.
Oh yeah, I know.
Sweet
Right?
Jesus.
My wife fooled me, or ex-wife fooled me into going there. Got me on a bus. We were going to go see this museum, and next thing I know, we're like in Quebec, and I'm like, "What the hell?" And she's taking
Listen, you
pictures
do
of me.
not
I'm
go
gonna
to
send
Hull.
these
How did we
to
get
Dad.
here?
Ah.
You do not go to
I never wanted
Hull.
to be in this province ever.
Listen, I have to go through Hull to get to the shooting range I signed up for. But the beauty is, you just cross the bridge and go straight. You just go straight down that road, and it takes you right to the highway. If you turn any direction, you're lost. You're done. It's over.
What's the deal with this town? Is it just ass backwards or what?
No,
Roads go everywhere.
It's like
They're like dead end roads that go for 10 miles everywhere?
pretty much.
Damn, this sounds familiar.
Oh, in so many ways, it's worse. I mean, it's just.
For me, Hull is
streets,
20 minutes
like
away.
two-way
so.
streets turn into one-way streets. And
You
Then
son
you
of a bitch, Chris. Oh.
yeah, Quebec is crazy.
No.
Or as my dad used to call them, Cacabec. Just because he really didn't like there. You know, when
They're
he
Quebexicans. They're Quebexicans.
Yeah. When my dad retired, he drove everywhere in North America, went to every state, every province, except Quebec.
Every province?
He drove around Quebec to go see the rest of Canada, right?
So he went through the states to go to New Brunswick.
Yep. Oh yeah, he drove around Quebec, man. He
shit.
did not go to Quebec
Damn.
ever. He was stationed there in World War II, and it was just awful, I guess. So he was stationed in
It's like
Hull or
Quebec
somewhere
just
like
the
that.
ghetto of Canada or what?
No, it's full of people that think they're French, and so they think they're better than everyone. But
I
the
can't
French
help but
even
laugh.
make fun of them because they
Fucking
speak
A.
really broken French, and yeah, they're just not nice people by nature.
Je
That's
suis
fucked.
un businessman au le weekend avec mon hot dog avec mon pain.
Yeah, they actually
They
believe
check.
they're superior to everyone else in the world. In general, I mean, not all of them are. There are some that are decent, but not that many. Most of them are just assholes. So I don't like them.
That's sad to hear.
Well, I've
Especially
actually
when
met
they
some of them
expect-
too. It's not just because my dad, hated them. It was I've actually met them and realized, oh God, my dad was right.
My dad was raised in Quebec.
Time. Yeah. I mean, generally, I
Not
don't like
good
to
or bad.
agree with my dad because.
Oh, that's terrible, man. It explains so much. Yeah, he was actually raised like 30 minutes from Hull.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's. I can't help but laugh because of all this bullshit. I live 20 minutes away from Hull, so I know everything you guys are talking about. And whenever my friends, because here in Ontario you have to be 19 to drink, but if you go over to Quebec, it's 18.
Yep.
So all of my friends that are 18 always go over there to hit the liquor stores, but they always get lost. Like it's 20 minutes to drive there, and you're 10 minutes at the liquor store and 20 minutes to drive back, right? But that trip takes 2 hours because of the fucking roads.
Yep.
See, that's why Wisconsin's the best state ever. You can be 10 years old and drink with your parents' consent.
Really?
Wisconsin fucking rules.
Yeah.
Well, you can be 16 in Ontario with consent.
Yeah, but you can be, I think it's literally, it used to be that any age in Wisconsin, all you had to do was have your parents' consent. That was it.
Well, it used to be in Ontario, most of Canada, the age of consent for women or girls was 14.
Yeah, they changed that. I'm so
Yeah, now
fucking
it's
glad. That was
16.
crazy.
Yeah. Now it's 16.
That was
Yeah, it's still
crazy.
stupid.
Well, I don't know.
You didn't like
you
all
see,
the
the
loose
big problem.
chicks?
Yeah, the big problem was you were having like a 15-year-old girl, or having sex with a 15 or maybe just turned 16-year-old boy that they'd dated since they were 12.
Yeah,
And
fair enough.
yeah, and these kids, these boys, were getting charged with
Oh, yeah.
child sex offenses,
Well,
right?
the reason they
Now
actually
they're
changed that
a
recently.
child sex offender. So
I
how's
can
the
see
rest of
the
your life
problem.
going to go?
Well, they changed that, so now if you're a 2-year age difference, you're allowed to still, get it in.
Yeah. Because that kind of makes sense. Because I mean, I remember I was 13, at
Holy
one time.
fuck!
No, I mean I was 13 at one time, so I know what it was like.
Oh, okay. I was about
There
to
was
say, holy
girls
shit.
at school and guys.
Bob became a
I
man
was
early.
12. I was 12 the first time I got laid.
Damn, that explains why you got old so fast.
Well, he's 85, right?
Yeah, something about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, but the good
What?
part is I still got another 10, 20 good years in me, so I get to go and
We're fucking with you. He's only in his 60s.
I was like, damn, this dude's held up well.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Wait, you're in your 50s or 60s, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, okay, we'll keep it at that.
Old enough to know better.
Let's just say I'm retired.
Bob's 22 years old. He just had a hard life.
Ah,
Man, he had 3 divorces and 12 kids.
Yeah, not likely.
In 10 years.
I was married for 30 years. I'll have you know, and it wasn't my choice.
Oh, I'm sorry about that, man.
Yeah, I'll be right. I'll be right back. I gotta go take my pills. It's time.
By pills, he means morphine.
No,
shit, my old man
No,
started
it's not
taking that the other
morphine,
day.
it's-
Oh, shit, I thought you left
It's not
already.
morphine. It's hydromorphine. It's different.
That's exactly what my old man started taking the other day. Not even kidding.
So, any of you guys want to come up to Quebec?
Fuck no.
My shooting range is up there.
No, I got one 100 yards from me. I'm good.
Anyways, I see Chris left because of the invasion of Canada.
I better not get lumped up as a Canadian. I call bullshit on this.
No, you're already a Canadian. This is your first
No,
chat. You're a
no,
fucking
bullshit.
Canadian. No, you're a fucking Canadian now.
No, I'm gonna initiate your ass into America. We'll do it right.
Hey, listen, man, I would love a dual citizenship, but I'll still have my loyalties to Canada.
I know where my blood lies.
Oh, damn right, my blood lies here. Anyways.
Take off, hey, you hosehead.
God damn it.
What
You
about
can't
hosers?
say that. Mute yourself. That's not fair.
What did he say? I didn't catch that.
I'll let him tell you when he unmutes himself.
Said, take off, hey, you hosehead.
Okay. No, it would be take off, you hoser, A.
Yep.
A is at the end of the sentence, eh?
Eh?
A.
God damn it. This is not devolving at like 50 minutes.
Hey, man, as soon as you said you were from Minnesota, you were fucked.
Oh,
No.
that's true. Yeah.
I
We've heard
refuse.
about those people. It's like
Hey,
being
you said-
from Appalachia. Or
Oh, man.
where were Yankees from?
Dude.
Appalachia, where the fuck's that?
Appalachian Mountains. Okay, sorry.
Oh,
You know what?
no, that's
The
over
first
in,
place the Union
that's like
people came
upstate
from.
New York. Or the Appalachians, that would still be in New Brunswick and shit, too.
Does
Oh,
it? Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause
the
it
same
runs all the
mountain
way
range
up there.
runs all the way up there.
Yeah, I used to go hiking there because up New York State is like an hour away from me, so.
Nice. Funny that you'd mention Appalachia, though, because I actually went to gunsmithing with a guy from that area, and he's like, yep, everything you think is true. Like,
What, your brothers, your mother, and your sister, too?
I almost made that joke, but, like, I don't know, man, he was a cool dude.
Well, I mean, the funny thing is, you look at like Yankee was born in that area. It's like really,
Really? Damn.
yeah.
He got out at the right time.
You ought to see his sister. She's hot. He won't give me her address or her cell phone number. It really pisses me off.
Well, there's a video where she. Listen, man, Bob, there's a video where it shows her taking an FFL. You could probably find it from there.
Oh, that's true.
No, what are they called? The 4473s, right?
Yep.
At his FFL. What happened was she was getting a gun.
Oh no, it's just she's gorgeous. Like Yankee always makes fun of her, and I like when he showed her, it was like, holy crap.
Well, it's that brother sister thing.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Like you should see my sister. She's gorgeous.
Look it up.
Still, I mean, she's even older than me, and yeah, she's still just.
Hell no.
She's held up very well.
Say next year, say she has a great personality.
Athletic. She rides horses. She's,
She's got a lot of life in her.
mm,
Yeah, be like, yeah, it's been real, it's been fun, but it ain't been real fun.
oh, yeah, I mean, her and her husband are the perfect couple. They've been married, I think, almost 40 years.
Whoa.
I'm not joking.
Married at like 17.
That's a bit
She's
of dedication.
3 years older than me, so think about that. They have to sacrifice a virgin once a month, but hey.
How many teeth does she got?
Oh, she got all her teeth. She's,
Yeah, all 4 of them.
no, she looks like she's maybe 35, 40 years old. It's just,
Yeah, but don't forget, for me, I'm a bit younger than that.
Right.
oh yeah. Like so, you'll probably never ever see. I mean, with the way the world's going, you're probably never going to see 50 anyway.
Oh, fuck you.
Don't you talk like that.
Yeah, I don't know. Just I'm really worried about what's going to happen to the people.
Yeah, well, people have always been worried about the world, though. I think shit'll go down, but you never know.
Why worry about it? I mean, I don't mean
why
to
do you prep?
sound like don't anticipate and don't prepare, but
Right.
Back burner type thing. Life takes priority to prep.
Hey, Bob, do you have a brother named Doug?
No, I have a best friend named Doug.
Okay. There's a guy, Durand was asking in the chat.
Dirty.
Dirty Doug. Yeah,
And
no.
someone said for you to stop pimping your sister,
Stop
Bob.
pimping your sister.
I'm not pimping my. Oh, for fuck's
Hey,
sake.
man, she got 4 teeth. I'm in.
You guys are so fucking just twisted sometimes. I mean, geez.
Hey, you're the one that said you were 12 when you
I
got
have
your
a
first.
sister that's quite attractive and
Hey, you're the one that
she's
we're saying
held
got
up very well.
12.
And at the same time, I was also talking about Yankee's sister, who's held up really well, and she's 6 feet tall, and she's healthy looking.
I was gonna say, I think Bob's obviously, stuck in the shower and got some pics in there.
No, I actually I don't even have that video. I only have the memories of what she looks like. So,
Of what?
Those are the ones that matter.
well, yeah, really, because you should see she looks kind of like. Oh, never mind. I'll just keep it here, private.
All right, Bob, they got some money going down. Don't know how much. Shark Tank time. What will it cost?
Oh, somebody's trying
Shark
to
Tank with Bob.
say the name 3 times and they'll come in, but I don't think Yankee works that way. He's probably
No.
too busy eating a watermelon.
Now you noticed that was like how many minutes ago? That was like 3 minutes ago, man.
Yeah? Well, I'm a little slow. I'm old.
It's some timers. It comes and goes, right?
Mm.
It's not like Alzheimer's. It doesn't happen all the time. It's some
Yeah,
timers.
wait and see, man. I'm gonna do James Yeager's rifle, pistol, and shotgun course, and I'm gonna videotape it all, and I'm gonna show you bastards.
You're gonna wear. Oh man! Please tell me you're gonna wear knee
Man,
pads and head pads.
I mean, that's on my bucket list, and that's happening next year when I go down south, man.
Hey, I want to do that shit too, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of doing it next year because next year I'll be able to actually pay for it.
Yeah, it's fucking expensive.
Oh yeah, but so it's worth it. It's
Well-
worth it, and plus, if you can videotape it, it'll blow your YouTube channel to shit.
Yeah,
Look how shitty I did at this rifle course.
barring that I've never put up a video.
Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah. See, I put up lots, but they're kind of shitty. But I still got 800 subs, so hey, I'm happy.
Well, it's because they know who the fuck you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
probably.
Hey,
It's
who
the
was
chat.
that? Who
I
said
mean, it
that?
really was. I had like 63 or 83 subs, and then I got on the chats, and then Matt said, "Oh, if Bob gets 100 subs, he's gonna give away something." I was like, "Oh fuck!"
What are you giving me to give away, man?
So I gave away some handmade knives and stuff. So
And Dr. No here said on the Gun Channels chat, every generation on the planet, believes that they lived at the end of, believe that they lived at the end of times. It's an ego problem. The fact is that this would be spared. Sorry. The fact is that we would be spared this proof enough that nothing is going to happen. Well, I think he raises a fairly good point. It's not like going to be the apocalypse or some shit, but I think that that's no real proof that you shouldn't prepare for stuff like that.
Well, I mean, a solar flare could happen anytime. A big solar
Anything
flare
can
wipe
happen.
out all the electronics, or a meteor strike. Imagine like a decent-sized meteor smacking in the middle of the ocean. It's going to wipe out coastlines, right? Now that's going to
Well,
wipe
not
out
even
a lot of
just
Well,
infrastructure.
it's still a good
Go
idea to
inland.
prepare. Like if you
Yeah.
want to have a month of food and water set to the side, that's great. Or you, like I believe most governments believe you should have like a week's worth of food and water, and you should still have that prepared on the side.
I was gonna say, so you can suffer
Yeah. Well, I like the idea of 3 months.
on your own.
3 months is a minimum. Kidding me?
Yeah.
Well, I'm still building up my stores.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
Anybody
I-
that's lived through
for a
some
family of 4, and we split it in half, so that means I got 6 months.
Yeah. Anybody that's lived through a truly tough ass storm without power, they'll be able to tell you even. Because I remember we had power gone for a week out here,
Mhm.
and like we at least had some stuff. I can only imagine what it'd been like had we not had the blankets we needed even. Because that
Yeah.
saved our ass.
See, we lived in when we were living in Brandon on the ranch. My dad had picked up a great big diesel generator, like that was like on a trailer, from the telephone company for cheap. Well, and then everything in Manitoba runs on electricity, your heat, everything.
Yeah.
Giant ice storm took down all the power lines. Right, nobody's got power except my dad. I mean, he just took wires off, plugged in that generator, filled up the tank, fired it up, and I'm talking, it's a big generator. It was like a big 600.
Oh, it makes a lot of noise too, isn't it?
You get that
Oh,
point.
yeah, but I mean, you park it away and to the side, and you got used to the noise after a while because we had everything. We had electric heat, we had stove worked, everything worked. We had our yard light on. We had neighbors coming over. Oh my God, you've got heat. Well, yeah, it did. We ended up with a bunch of neighbors living with us for a while.
That's pretty much what happened to us too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and it wasn't a problem. I mean, that's what you do.
The stuff you're describing, like cataclysmal kind of event, like that, where a meteor was to strike, the ocean or something of great size, or an asteroid. You're gonna die. It's just a matter of time.
Well, some people are going to die, not all of us. I mean,
It's
the
all
people in the
location.
middle of the country, if we've got the food and we can get enough food put away.
Quick, I have to deal with the suffering part of it.
Yeah. See, the thing is, it's going to be, if a big meteor strike, I'm talking a big one like killed the dinosaurs, that's going to mean 2 years you're going to have pretty much no food. So what you got to do right away is go out and kill every warm-blooded animal you can and start drying the meat. And like every crop you can find, start cutting that down, right? And maybe keep some of the animals alive, like some pigs and shit. But yeah, other than that, you're going to be fucking living hard. But you could do it.
Living
2
off
years,
10 years of mountain house.
No, 2 years you could live 2 years off grid completely, with no sunlight and all that kind of crap. If you've got a little bit of preps.
With no sunlight, really.
You want to have vitamin D.
It's like me and my wife were watching. One time we watched 2012 when it was in the movies, and she's watching. She had never heard like the build up to the movie or the hype behind it. And we were watching. She's like, she looks at me. Can that happen? Go. Yeah. Yes, but you never. Like.
Only in Hollywood, dear.
It can happen, not like that, but
I was gonna say not all that shit. I doubt
but
it.
you would just go to. It's like taking a quick nap and you check it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
You would want to be there after that shit for the most part.
It's all subjective.
And crickets.
Oh, I love you, Dr. Gino. I love it.
Yeah, it's global extinction. The meteor. Exactly. I don't plan on surviving personally. And the people that do prep for it, realistically, that's what it is.
No, you're wrong. I'm gonna survive.
You gonna sing the song
Because
there?
it's Canadian.
Well, I'm Canadian, and where I live is kind of in the middle of the country, so it's unless a meteor strikes the major landmass, I'm probably okay. I'm a little worried about the super volcano.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it is where I am too, because it's dead
Yeah.
center north of the country, and we haven't had anything severe happen here other than snow, and we've had tornadoes, but
But only occasionally.
yeah,
I mean, us two in Manitoba and Saskatchewan here, we're in Tornado Alley, but we're at the far ends of it, and they seem to be really concentrated in the middle.
What I think Bob means to say is that if that big wave hits, the meteor hits the ocean, he is gonna like a surfboard, break the wave out.
You know, it's never going to reach me. That's the thing, eh?
See, that was awesome, like 3,000.
It's going to wipe out Ottawa and Toronto and all those other places that I don't really like anyway.
Hey, watch it, bud.
and all their guns will come floating right to you, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's why I'm moving out of Ottawa.
We'll go to
Hopefully
where the wave would wash stuff up and all kinds of building materials and stuff you could use. It'd be great.
Yeah, so long as you know how to build it.
Yep. Well, building shit is easy.
That's
Yeah,
one of the
building
reasons
it right isn't.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I just replaced the crankshaft sensor on my truck, right? My 3/4 ton truck, because it fucked up on the way to Winnipeg. So luckily, my brother's boss has a hoist, so we put the truck up on the hoist.
Oh, dude.
Oh, it took fucking forever to get the goddamn cap off that sensor. It's got like three different.
What truck
points.
is this even?
Huh? Oh, it's a Dodge 2500.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got like, I'm not shitting you. Like my brother was saying, yeah, he's got a book for his car that shows how to take these clips apart. Because if you fuck them up, that's part of your wiring harness, and they don't make replacement caps.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a once-on deal, I thought.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, but the sensors go. I mean, I had to replace the front hub because the anti-lock brake sensor went on the hub, and it's part of the hub. So you have to replace a whole hub, not just the fucking sensor.
Mm-hmm. What up?
Bullshit. I want to buy an old power wagon.
Yeah,
Who's that? I can hardly hear.
Kind of far away, like really far away.
Yeah, Huck, I can't hear you.
He said death to Bob. And he left.
No. I actually want to talk to Huck because I want to thank him for this really cool knife and the necklace and stuff. Really neat.
You haven't done a review on it or a little video on it or anything?
I haven't because I haven't really done anything because I'm, busy making booty calls because now I'm single. I wish.
Welcome to Canada, Huck.
There you go.
Single, ready to mingle.
Hey, Huck, thank you very much for that stuff. It's really cool.
Oh, glad you like it. You got more on the way. I just pretty slowed down right now.
Oh, cool.
So, Huck, you make knives?
This knife. This is so cool. This is like this is something like the Hudson Bay traders carried.
Yep, that's a peasant's knife.
Yep. Yeah, that's what they carried for a folding blade, and it's a sharp as hell.
Was that the Opinel?
Yep.
It's an Opinel number 9, and it's a little bit customized.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a little special. It's really cool. I like it. It's yeah, that's my new favorite camping knife. I don't need my CRKT now. I got that.
Cool, glad you like it, man. You found the other stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I've never really been a big fan of CRKT.
Stuff. Yeah, that's gone in my little collection of buttons and clips and stuff. Like I got different Canadian flags and different flags and all that kind of shit. Eventually, it's gonna get all put on a
Pegboard.
Yeah, pegboard. Yeah, that's what I'm.
Yes. Hey, Huck, are you gonna be available this Friday evening, like at 9 Central?
Probably.
What are you doing, Huck? You got a handful of bills or something.
They're all 4473s.
It's gonna
Oh,
try.
yeah.
I'm cleaning up the war room, like messing around in my little prepping room and management office area.
Yeah.
The reason I asked is because I'm working on just what Friday's chat is going to be like it's like a camping with your kids. You know, if you don't have any gear, what essential stuff you'd want to obviously have. You know, take the kids out camping. What you think is top 10 stuff that you want to carry?
That's what all that crap on the floor is right there. That's all prepping stuff that I'm working with right now.
I'm not sure if you want me on there, Edge, but do you mind if I come on then?
No, by means, we're looking for people, you know, to participate. And again,
I've always been part of a camping family, so I think I might be able to help with that.
my father used to take us camping. We'd go like Garden Ridge State Park in Texas, run a nice little park, and we do it, you know, often, once a year. But when I was growing up, I just never ever limited because my kids. I got divorced when I was in like when the kids were like 4 or 5. So I just don't have that kind of time in the past to be able to dedicate or buy the stuff and expect to be able to use it. So it's one thing I want to talk about and hopefully get a conversation about that.
I think it's important to take your kids camping at least once.
No, I want to still. I mean, I have a 19, 18-year-old and I have an 11-year-old, but I'd like to sit there and do that. I was like, let's go camping. I'm like, you complain if the freaking, you know, if it's hot as shit, you complain about it, you complain about this. You want to be in the elements, you know?
We basically lived in a motorhome for about 8 years straight, camping the entire time. So I'd be more than happy to do a camping chat. I love anything to do with bushcraft or survival or camping or anything like that.
Yep, same here.
I'd be hosting, relying on your knowledge and other people's as well that I've invited, and hopefully it'd be something different, and we can, you know, have a good chat and stay on topic.
Was anyone else besides me in the Scouts?
What?
Was anyone else in Scouts?
G-Webs is an Eagle Scout.
Yeah, I was for about a year, but
Okay,
I dropped out because they started pushing sales way too hard, and we didn't even get to shoot or anything. They're like, here, just go sell this shit.
Yeah, see, with me, it was because my dad worked up north, and he drove up to Thompson, basically, and back once a week. So for summer, because my mother had been working at this one, you know, retail store for so long, she could get like 8 weeks of holidays. So for 8 weeks, she would drive the camper, towing the boat, and then she would kind of meet Dad at different campgrounds, and that would be where he would overnight while he was traveling back and forth. And she would just drive back and forth with the camper and the kids and the boat. And, you know, on weekends, we'd go fish and water ski and stuff like that.
So you were conceived in the river bottom.
No. This was before, you know, I was a kid at this point, so you know.
He was past the embryo.
And my parents didn't do that before. They lived in Winnipeg before that, so.
All the other fishies were like, no, stop, it's a hand job.
On Sickler.
I remember that movie.
But but seriously,
I've heard stories of guys coming out and bouncing in this rubber barrier, and then he's getting brained by this rubber barrier.
I don't know. This is a guy. He's Mayor Fugly Cool. He's a local guy in San Antonio as well. I understand he's gonna participate, and Murphy's gonna be at a reenactment this weekend, so he can't do it. But it'd be cool.
I should be around, man. I'm working. I'm pretty much in the shop the whole time, so I'll definitely be here.
I'll be there if you want, Ed. If you're not asking me, I'll just volunteer.
You know how to start a fire, Bob?
Yeah, I start fires with a steel and a flint.
Everybody got a good dog survival kit? A good dog backpack with some essentials for your dog?
I don't, but I don't have a dog anymore because apparently I'm not allowed to have any of my pets except my snake.
Sorry, I went out for a second. We're talking about starting fires with flint and steel?
Well, I'm just, like, you know, what fire starting methods do you have?
Well, I bought a fire piston a year or so ago.
How does that work? I mean, I've seen the Survival Man use it and shit like that, and it seems like a neat idea.
It's basically you take char cloth and you put it at the end, and what happens is the combustion causes so much friction and so much heat that it causes a cold. It's not very effective. I prefer just to carry a ferro rod.
Yeah, well, that's what
My
I carry
personal
a ferro
preferred
rod
method is
with.
a thick lighter.
Yep.
I carry a well, I carry that too, but I carry a ferro rod with my multi-tool,
Yep.
and it just fits in the same pouch, and it's just there all the time.
Yeah, that's I actually EDC a little multi-tool pocket pouch, and I keep all kinds of neat, nifty little shit in it, and it doesn't weigh anything. I mean, it's smaller and lighter than the smallest, lightest pry bar I could find.
Yeah.
So like, it's really a ferro rod is not hard to carry on an everyday basis.
Nope.
No, it's not. I'm hoping to bring a ferro rod into my EDC rotation too.
I think Yankee carries his internally.
You can also, if you're really weight conscious, everybody's been to Walmart.
Plug.
Everyone's been to Walmart and seen these little. It's a little block of magnesium with a ferro rod attached to it.
Yeah.
The ferro rod is just really lightly glued to that, and if you pop it out, it's like a micro ferro rod.
I'm not
And
a big fan of
if
those
you
ones.
break this thing in half, it's even smaller. So if you're wanting to EDC one, that's about as small as you get.
Yeah, I don't like those magnesium things. They don't work very well.
They
You
work
gotta
great if
really,
you cover them. I
really-
mean, you got to know how to use them.
Well, I know you have to scrape a shit pile of that magnesium off, and
I
then
carry this around. This is
Yeah.
in my fire kit. This is full of pre-filed powder. It's about two of the magnesium blocks cut with a big rasp into little tiny shavings.
Oh well,
Our thing
yeah.
is,
You
dryer
start
lint.
a fire with this, it'll burn like the sun for about 2 minutes.
But dryer lint also is. I mean, we'll get into all that in that chat. But dryer lint,
Again,
Cotton balls,
Parsons-
dryer lint's a pain in the ass. You have to fluff it out. Cotton balls is the way to go.
There's also a lot of stuff like this available. This is four separate little units, and there's lots of different kinds available. And you cut one of these open and spread it out, and it's got fuel in it, so it'll actually combust. It's not just the.
Like Ed said, we might want to save this for the other chat there.
Yeah. We should.
Well,
yeah.
it's funny you asked. I happen to be knee deep in this stuff right now. Like I broke down all of our extra stuff, and I'm getting ready to break down my personal bug out bag.
We'll just start the chat now. Screw it.
Hey, all right.
I ain't got time for that.
No, actually, I don't have time either, and I would have to get my bug out bag and be somewhere where I could actually spread it out.
Bob's a free, independent black woman who don't need no man.
The reason I thought,
Damn it!
the reason I thought of the topic is because,
You stop that.
the reason I thought of the topic is because there's a lot of people now that are so disconnected from stuff. Like me, I remember going camping, with my family, and big tent and so on, and it was a fun time, and with a little grill you take with you, little what do you call them, freaking gas grill, take with you.
Propane grills.
Yeah, propane grills, and I remember having a really cool time. They're making eggs and stuff in the morning, and hanging out at the river all day. But there's a lot of people disconnected from that now because all they do is they're on their phone all day, and if they can't get service out there, they're not gonna do it. So the people that are interested in doing it and just don't have the background on it,
I think a lot of people are losing any interest in it just because of where they live, and like a lot of people I've seen are moving into the city.
Mm-hmm.
I want to move
And
out
it's
of
getting so everything's so socially interconnected and intertwined into the city that you almost, if you want a normal social life, you have to stay there. You can't even go camping or hunting or fishing.
Yep. Yeah, no, I mean,
I live in the city, and right now I want to move out of the fucking shitty, man.
Well, you're abnormal, like, distance there. Not distance. You're an anomaly in the city.
Yeah.
I live in a really it comes into I live in a city in the middle of wilderness, so it's not hard for me to get there. But at the same time, I want to be able to step out my porch and just walk out on my own land and
Start shooting.
yeah, and walk for a half an hour, and then maybe I'm going to throw a tarp up here and I'm going to spend the night out here. I just killed a rabbit. I'm going to cook it. I used to do that as a kid, eh? And I want to do that now.
Well, like for instance, tents now, technology has really evolved with all the new stuff, materials that they use, where they're real simple to put up versus you either read the manual at least 2 times, then did it, and you have the hang of it, and to put it up, it was still a chore to put up a tent or just pure. If you go to different brands and gear out there.
Well, they have tents now that are like you basically, you take them out of their cover and throw them on the ground and they pop up, and then you just stake them down.
Those things are
That'd
terrible.
be nice. Hell yeah.
Oh, I know they're terrible tents. They're really like they take up a huge amount of space, but
They're just so damn convenient.
yeah, I mean they're perfect to give to your kids because otherwise you got to spend like an hour putting the kids
Another
helping them
prepping
put their
tool.
tent up.
We've been doing vacuum pack stuff. This is 3 double rolls of toilet paper.
Oh, I should probably start doing that too. That's probably good to prep on.
Yeah, it's like I think it's like $11, and you get 2 rolls of the bags. You can choose your own length on them. I could do my full Mosin Nagant vacuum packed if I wanted to.
Oh,
It's like,
And then I thought about it. There's a way you can actually do it so you could seal it off and have like a loose flap on the end that has the ammo in it as well. So you could have one big bag that's sealed, and they're not super like if you throw this in the back of your truck, it'll be deflated in a couple days. But
yeah.
they're not super rugged, but you can get more rugged like heavy duty bags.
Yeah, you know what? If you go to lumber yards and stuff now, they have because they make moldings out of MDF, which is really water sensitive until it's painted, and so they have tubes of plastic on rolls, and it's 6 mil plastic. It's heavy duty plastic.
Yeah.
Well, if you take this, you can roll it out and then iron it. You just use a regular iron on high heat, and you can seal the edges of it, and it will stay sealed for basically forever.
oh, I was gonna tell Huck, you're not married yet, but if you do get married, you're gonna want to keep a hold on and put that in the gun safe where she can't get a hold of it, because there's gonna get one of those fights where you run out of toilet paper and you're like, oh, I don't want to go to the store. You don't go to the store. Like, oh, well, fuck it, I'll wait you out, and you always got that stash.
It's a siege game at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a cistern in the back.
Who can hold the longest? Because I got a stash. I'm not gonna pay.
I'm pretty sure, I was just gonna say that. I'm pretty sure Edge has a stash of toilet paper hidden in the garage.
I have one roll in the gun safe.
We don't have a whole lot. We're working on I think 3 packages of toilet paper, like the regular 6 or 8 rolls. But every little bit helps.
Yeah.
We also do random shit like gum. This is a type of gum we can both eat.
You know what? I mean, I have one of those vacuum packers. I haven't used it, or vacuum baggers. I haven't used it as much as I should. But yeah, I've used it for ammo, like really important ammo, and maybe you only want 100 rounds, but you want 100 rounds that's never gonna deteriorate.
Yeah, like this. This is a little pack. It's like basically it's as much as you can put on a belt without ruining your belt,
Yeah.
and it's vacuum packed bags of 22s. And,
Oh, yeah.
Another good little tip I thought of is if you're doing these vacuum packed ammo, put them inside a Ziploc bag that's open and then vacuum pack them. So when you cut it open, you can still reseal it.
Yeah.
But I think there's like 3,000 or 4,000 rounds in here, and you could easily throw it on a belt and dive in the water and not ruin any of it.
I'm thinking of picking up a crate of 7.6239, the old Milsurp stuff, and
Yeah.
I'd be getting 1 can to train with and 1 can to store.
That's what I did.
That's what I did, and then I bought another crate just because it was cheap.
Yeah, I usually I buy magazines first, and then I fill all my magazines, and then I start buying and storing in bulk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but for my SKS, I don't really need magazines. I just have the internal 10 round.
There you go.
Yeah.
And
stripper
stripper
clips.
clips are cheap.
Yeah, invest in stripper clips. I have
clips.
probably 700 rounds on stripper clips. And, once shit
Well,
hits the
at
fan,
my
you take
local
that
gun
little
store.
bolt out of the bottom, and you can run 10 round, man.
Well,
Make sure they're good stripper clips, just like a fair warning, because I've seen
Oh, yeah.
a lot of SKSs
Yeah,
fail because shitty ones.
Yeah.
Well,
You gotta-
what happens
you
is
gotta
at my
buy
local
the,
gun shop, here, we have, I think it's Yugoslavian surplus, and it's 10 rounds on its stripper clip, and it's a good stripper clip.
Is
And
that?
yeah,
Oh wait, is
it's-
that brass?
Oh, that would be good ammo, too.
Is that
No,
the
it's not.
brass M67?
No, I wish it isn't. But
Okay,
it's on
that
stripper
stuff is-
clips, and it's $3 for 10 rounds. So you get the stripper clips and 10 rounds for $3.
That's a lot, though.
If you want some
Because
good,
I can get 10 rounds.
ammo.
I can get 10 rounds for $1.
Yeah, but you still get the stripper clip too.
Well, I don't get the
And
stripper
it's $3
clip, but I can
with
buy
that.
those. I can buy real Russian ones. Oh, sorry. for I think it's 5 for $1. So,
Yeah, but I don't know how much they are over there. But around here, if you order them from like Marstar or something,
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
$1 per stripper clip, and that's just outrageous.
yeah. Oh yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I would never pay that. I
And
go
also
to
they come in
TradeX.
vacuum sealed packages.
Yeah. I go to TradeX. You know, TradeX just brought some Browning 9mm magazines out. $34. I paid $80 for my Browning ones
Whoa.
per magazine. I mean, they're nice magazines.
Are
But
you talking
these
for
are
like an A bolt or
34. Pardon?
something? For like an A bolt or something? A bolt gun?
No. These are for a Browning high power
God
pistol.
damn, that's overpriced.
Yo, all the
Yeah.
magazines are overpriced up here. I think
Yep.
it's like $35 for a 5-round magazine for an M14.
Holy shit.
Well,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
the
I
20-round
got-
pinned.
Don't ever leave
got
home
a
without your
deal
grappling
on-
hook.
I got a deal on my 20-round mags, and but they still cost me a lot to get 10 mags.
That's
By the
something
way-
else I'm going to invest in, a bunch of magazines for my M14.
If you guys didn't check out that link I put in the side, that is the hardest ammo to find ever, and I can't believe they have it. Just look around that site. You'll find some cool shit you want.
Yeah.
I think the hardest ammo to find is my friend's uncle owns a 9.3 by 74R. Try finding that shit.
Or how about the 9mm Flowbird?
Oh, fuck it.
Oh, you know what? I have a buddy that has a Flovert in that caliber.
That's nothing. My 5.77 Schneider. Try finding 5.77 Schneider ammo. Holy shit.
No, man, I'll
455
stick with
Webley.
usable guns.
455 Webley. That stuff.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, the beauty of the Webley is if you get one that's old enough, they're antiques.
Yep, they're worth a lot of money.
Yeah, but antiques you don't have to register, so you can take them out to the bush and shoot them here.
Yep. Well, you could carry it if you wanted to.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
Shit, I didn't think about that.
Carrying history.
Oh, you get stopped by the cops, but you just say, "Well, I'm not breaking a law." As long as it
What the fuck
wasn't
are they
loaded.
gonna do?
If it was loaded, you'd be in trouble.
Oh, keep the ammo in your pocket.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
That'd be interesting if someone tried to mug you and held that shit out.
But yeah, I know. They would just
What
like
the fuck is that?
Yeah, it's got a fucking barrel that looks like a 12 gauge almost.
Yep.
The Webley's a really nasty looking, and it's big. I mean, even if it wasn't loaded, you could beat somebody to death real quick.
Oh shit, those things weigh like 3 to 4 pounds.
Oh yeah, and they're solid steel. You can it was like the original Colt 45, right? The Peacemaker, right? A lot of the gunfighters, they didn't actually.
it's out.
The
It
bank
bombed you
robbers
itself.
didn't actually shoot people; they beat them with the gun.
Well,
Just
it's
what?
a solid steel frame. That's not. No, that was. I don't remember if that was cast or steel. Either way.
But if it was
Oh,
aluminum or magnesium, it's still a piece of metal instead of a piece of flesh.
yeah.
I think when I get my restricted license and finally pick up a handgun, I'll probably be getting one of the Norinco copies of some sort of SIG gun.
Yeah, I like that. I think that's an awesome idea. I really like Norinco and I really like SIG design. So
No, you should buy the Norinco standard Colt 45, but buy it 9mm. Whatever you get 9mm.
I'm not
Well,
into
I'd
guns
be looking
that
at the
are that
226
complicated.
copy.
If I buy a 1911, it's going to be a 45 or 10 millimeter.
Rock Island's the only 1911 I'll put money into.
Here,
I can
here.
make it nice enough to run.
Bob, check this link out. This is why I'm saying this. Look at this, and you get 2 magazines with it. Give me a fucking second.
I know it's a really good gun. I've been actually looking at it, going, oh, for another backup 9mm, because
Hello.
oh, shut up. Sorry, this is the thingy going up. Yeah, I mean they're beautiful, and apparently they work really well.
Oh yeah, they have all sorts of good guns here.
Yeah.
Or you could get the CZ clone
Yeah,
for
I didn't-
$350.
Yeah, I don't want a butchered Browning design. Thank you very much. I'll stay with my high power.
Hey, hey, watch
talk
it.
bad about CZ. They perfected that gun.
No, they didn't. No,
Yes, they
John
did.
Browning perfected it. They just did some other shit that actually didn't make it as good as it was originally, because the original gun is the best gun in the world.
Here's a link for your high power
Get a
there.
job as a gun designer.
Here, Bob. Here's a link for your high power. Once it comes back in stock, they're $280.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's
There's no way we've improved technology in
why I'm looking at this perfect.
I had to
70
put
years.
Bob in the doghouse for talking shit about CZ, so he's in the penalty box.
Hey, I like it. CZ75.
CZ75 is an improved high power in every manner.
I wouldn't say it's better. I prefer it, but I wouldn't say it's better. It's just different.
Mechanically, it's more sound, and the steel they use in it, yeah, it is actually better steel.
I'm looking at those Delta pistols that are on that website for Canada. That's some expensive shit, man.
Yeah, you want anything that's brand name here, you pay big bucks.
Firearm pistols, Delta pistols.
Well, I mean, I paid $650 for my Blackhawk.
Holy fuck.
For a what?
A Ruger Blackhawk that's in 357 Magnum, as well as it's got another cylinder for 9mm.
Well, 650. That's not terribly high, actually.
Okay, I thought you said something else.
So did I.
No, 650. I mean, that was,
No, that's about stateside price, actually. I take that back.
Really? Oh, that's
Yeah.
really good. I thought it was terribly expensive. My Browning high power was $1,000.
Was it a legit Browning and it had tangent
Oh yeah, no,
on
it's
it?
it's a real Browning high power, and it was just assembled in Spain or something.
Does it have those really sweet ass tangent sights?
Oh no,
Oh,
it has combat sights on it. I wish it was an Inglis. I wanted an Inglis, but I can't find one. Like a Canadian-made Browning high power, but it's just really hard to find. So.
what is?
Canadian-made anything's hard to find, man.
Mm. Oh, true. Too true.
Especially cars.
Oh fuck! Don't get me started on that shit.
Minivans. Oh, we get lots of minivans.
Oh,
Minivans. Oh crap.
hey, don't you diss a minivan? I know one person that hit a deer in a minivan and it just flipped right over them.
Yep.
Yeah, minivans are one of the best driving vehicles I've ever put my foot in. I mean, they are fantastic.
I hate them. I much prefer my truck. It's just you just feel.
Yeah,
way
but
better.
you do a lot of dick measuring too, Bob. You don't want to be seen in a minivan. There's that aspect of it.
No. If you ever see a guy driving a minivan, he's rather gay or has an extremely large penis and doesn't care.
Yeah, exactly. I was just having this conversation. HHRs are one of my favorite cars.
Oh God, no.
They're so comfortable.
Oh God, really?
They're
Why
so
do this?
smooth and easy to drive. Their turning radius is fantastic, and they're just smooth. It's like riding on a little.
Oh, dear sweet Jesus.
Huck, I've seen your girlfriend. Have you just been pretending or what?
I drive a Cherokee. I drive a Jeep Cherokee. So I don't know what you're hearing.
Well, a Cherokee's okay. It's kind of a girl Jeep.
I also carry a gun that was made less than 50 years ago. So
Right.
Hold on a sec here. Minivans are for people when you get divorced and you get a nice sports car. She takes your sports car and she leaves you with the fucking minivan.
minivans are a nail magnet, dude. I don't
Well,
know.
you always have to leave her with the minivan because she's
No,
the kids most of the time.
I'm getting child support from you, so I'm gonna get a nice vehicle either way. But I'll take your little sports car you got or your truck, and I'll get the minivan.
Whatever. I'm just gonna stick with my, Chero and my Montego and my Kawasaki's and my Dodge 3/4 ton. I'm good.
South Park did an episode on motorcycle riders. It was really funny.
Oh man.
Or as they call them, donor cycles.
No, that's not what they call them.
Is that like the fourth time he's come in here and left?
Who?
Chris Pasaba.
Oh, Chris? Oh, really? He's probably trying to get in there and swear at me, or that he's driving again, which is really cool. We might see him run over a dog again. Or, no, as he says, a coyote. I just still think I saw a collar on it.
Yeah, I was pretty sad about that. That was a
Yeah,
bummer.
I know. It was like red colored. It wasn't coyote
Oh,
color.
it was a coyote. It was a coyote.
Yeah, it was a coyote crossed with a collie or something. And why did it have a collar and tags?
Ooh, here's
I'm
a
sure
really
I
good
saw that.
bushcraft tip for you. Birthday candles, the trick birthday candles that relight after you blow them out. A great
Yeah.
for a survival kit.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah, because they'll keep burning.
So hard to put out. It's
Yeah, they've got
fantastic fire
magnesium
starter.
in them.
What's that?
They've got magnesium in them.
Yeah, it's a magnesium or flint or something in them that burns. Ferrocium.
Yeah, after you even if they get blown out, they'll start on fire again. It's really cool.
Yeah.
I remember doing that for my kid's birthday all the time. It was hilarious. Oh, you
Kept
don't
using
get
the
your
same candle
presents.
for
You
4
didn't blow the
years.
candles out. It was great, man. I never had to give them presents. They'd never blow the candles out.
Use the same candle for 4 years.
Oh yeah, well you know.
I'm watching Huck's background, thinking like Live's gonna start playing all of a sudden.
What?
Oh, because of the wall?
The band Live is gonna start playing all of a sudden.
Oh man.
That's actually, I mean, cinder block's fine if you fill them with concrete.
It's painted. It's just painted to look like castle walls. It's hard to see probably on camera, but this wall over here has got like a giant forest mural on it. So it looks like we call this
That's
the
pretty
castle.
cool, actually.
It's
I mean-
kind of cool.
Yeah. My bunker was going to be really cool, but yeah, now I'm going to go live in it.
But it was a bunker.
Oh, I had a bunker. Yeah. All underground. My own fireplace.
Finally gotten to the point where I have so much survival crap, I have to make like multiple small kits. I have to separate it. My fire making bag is like a pound and a half by itself.
Mhm. Yeah, and that's the thing, though. It's a good idea to have like multiple small kits you can just grab on your way out, you know?
Yeah, usable ones.
Yeah, but you only need, you know, like I say, one of the survival kits I put in one of my shotguns, you know, it's got a little tiny fishing kit, and it's got a little miniature Bic lighter wrapped up with hemp rope, or hemp string, I should say.
You put it in your shotgun?
Yeah, it's in the stock.
Okay, I was like, damn. There's
No,
some ingenuity
yeah, I
right there.
I hollow the stock out. You know, take where the bolt goes in to hold the stock onto the shotgun. If you drill another hole parallel to it and then hollow that out, you get this really neat little compartment. You can fill up with a fishing kit and a space blanket and stuff like that. So you've got a survival kit in the gun as long as you hang onto the gun. And the gun's got a paracord, sling. So
On the side note, has anybody ever actually used the cleaning kit that goes in the AK trapdoor?
no, I haven't. I've never used a cleaning kit that came with any of my guns.
I've used the
better
cleaning
ones.
kit in my Norinco M14 and my SKS.
I never have. I always
The
had a
one that
cleaning
comes
kit.
in AKs is so cheap. Like, I don't get it. Like,
Yeah,
it
they
doesn't
build a
go
really
all the way
quality
down
gun.
the barrel.
Yeah, they build a quality gun and then give you this fucking crap. My Norinco
I just threw
M14,
mine away.
my Norinco M14 comes with this fucking cleaning kit, and it's just like it's ridiculous.
Well, I use the rod and it works just fine.
Yeah, but it's in all these little pieces that put together.
Yeah, I just put it together, man.
Ah, no, man. It just seems like a lot of work. I got a clean rod that's in
Do it in 45 seconds.
Way
You can do
way
It's like
better.
10 seconds. I gotta screw that in, then another 30 to put it down the barrel. I don't know, man.
No, I mean I clean my guns. I just use my cleaning kit.
Yeah.
You know, it's got a rod that's already assembled.
Yeah, I trust boar snakes. I can say that much.
Tried to train my snake to go down my gun barrel, but then he started getting too big. You give him a little sweater, right? And just train him to go through it. And
Talking about the Yep. I'm talking about a snake I put a sweater on. You got it. We oil them up in hops line.
that
We
actually
tell 'em
has to
go.
be. Yeah, I know that has to be the high point of any chat, man. Me trying to train my snake to wear a sweater and get lubed up with hops and crawl through the gun barrel.
It's gonna become it's gonna become like a Patreon or something you watch.
Well, you know, Fred probably could have done it. He's a very smart snake. Like when I come up and I go, snap my fingers as I walk up to the cage and go, Fred, Fred, he'll come out from under his rock or wherever, and he'll come up and put it like kind of like just go upwards until his head's at the top of the tank, wait for me to open the tank, and then, you know, come out and, get carried around the room and, dodge out of the way of dogs and cats that want to eat them.
They think lunch.
It's cool. My daughter's snake, she's trained it to go around her neck, and it just looks like a necklace or something, right? And then it'll move. So I want to train Fred to do that, but yeah, he doesn't want to do that. He wants to go in my pockets. He wants to go in my sleeves. Yeah.
Go down your pants.
No, actually, I keep my belt done up really tight. So
Sorry, where did this conversation go to?
Yep, you came back at the perfect time, man.
Yeah. You know what? It'd be really cool. Apparently in England, they do a thing where they put ferrets down their pants and see how long they can stand it. Really strange.
No, Bob, those weren't talk, those weren't ferrets.
No, seriously, that's true. They actually do that. I'm not making that up. That is not something I'm making up. They do it.
Bob, honey, I'm afraid you're on the wrong site.
Person wouldn't put a ferret down my pants. I've seen ferrets, and
I wouldn't put
as far as I'm concerned, you might as well put a wildcat down your pants.
I'm pretty sure those weren't ferrets.
Oh no, they're ferrets, no, they're ferrets.
Bob's just talking about that episode in South Park with that Lemmy.
No, they actually do that in England. There is a thing where they have a contest, and they see how long you can have a ferret in your pants. It's weird, but it's real.
Yeah, I'm sure we do a lot of things that seem weird to them.
It's England, man. They lost anyhow.
I wouldn't say that. You didn't get Canada.
Yeah.
They lost anyhow.
You guys don't want it.
True. I mean, Canada has been invaded 5 times with the Americans. Once by the Finnegans, which is really hilarious because it was a bunch of Irish Americans that were drunk the whole time they were trying to invade us, and they didn't get